Hello and welcome to the No Format Required podcast with me, Charlie, and I'm not going to say it as always because I always say that.
And I keep on saying not always.
And not always is Michael.
Hi.
Hello. Witty line, because I just thought I'd say witty line because I've got no witty line to say. So
insert witty line here.
Yeah, insert witty line here. So
when you go to edit the podcast, come back.
Exactly. What's going on on this YouTube? So yeah, we're back with our part 2 of our TV shows.
TV show recommendations.
Yes. So we had ended last week with Mike's recommendation. What did we end on?
So far we've had Slow Horses and Lupin from Charlie.
Yeah. And
for me it's been Taskmaster, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Auntie Donna.
That's the one. So yeah, I'll get straight into mine. So my next one is... it's one that I've been watching, well, literally, I think I started it last week. It's a series called True Detective. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of it, yes.
So
you're seeing it all over Sky at the moment. With
Jodie
Foster. Yes.
So yeah, the True Detective series, like, it's probably been going on, I think this is its 4th or 5th series. But this each series is completely different actors, different time periods. So the one I've been watching is the most recent one, which is The Night Country. But yeah, I mean, I've seen the first series of it. With the first series of True Detective, it's got Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, which is set in. It's one of the southern states in America, and they're sort of after this serial killer. But they've obviously.
Do they have any link to each other?
No.
There's no link whatsoever.
Not that I've known anyway.
So it's like an anthology type series.
Yeah, they completely changed. So, yeah, The Night Country, so it's set in Alaska in a small town, like, and it's over like winter time, so it's like where they have like I don't know if it's sort of the 30 days a night where it's just dark all day round. And it sort of starts off, I mean, I won't give too much away. Again, another one that I need to finish. I've got the last episode came out, I think, earlier this week.
I'm glad you're doing this because one of my shows I've not finished, so...
okay, that's all right then. I don't think, apart from, I think, 2 of the ones... No, all 3, this is the 3rd one I've talked about that I've not finished watching yet. So it's set, so it's set in Alaska. So Jodie Foster, she's like the sheriff of the town. And the first episode, basically, they've got like a science lab, these researchers from all around the world that doing research up there, whatever, and they just disappear and go missing, and they end up finding them all like sort of frozen in ice but like naked.
Okay.
So yeah, they're sort of obviously investigating what's happened, and then there's another, so she's a state police officer, I think it is, but she used to work with Jodie Foster, and then they've had some sort of disagreement, so she left the local police department and go and work for the state police department, which is 2 different things. And then they have to basically work together to sort of solve this, solve what's happened to him. But it's got Christopher Eccleston in it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's got, I can never remember her name, the actress, but she's Aunt Petunia in Harry Potter.
Oh, I couldn't tell you what the actress's name is, but
you know who I mean. Yeah. And she's also in Killing Eve as well. She's in it. So a couple of British actors in it, and then the other detective to Jodie Foster, I was like curious, thinking, if I've seen her in anything before. She's a boxer, and I think this is like one of the only things that she's been in. But she's a really good actress, really good. Like you think she'd been in loads of things, but but no, really good series. Again, probably don't talk too much about it because obviously it's one of these ones that you start talking more about it, you give it away.
Things,
It's also got there's a brother of Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
He's an actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's his brother that's in there.
I don't know, you had to brother.
No, neither did I.
Acting brother, should I say?
Yeah, I'm just gonna double check that. I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's Ethan Hawke's brother.
For other series have had Colin Farrell, sorry, haven't they?
Colin Farrell?
Yeah, Colin Farrell's in series 2.
Yeah, so him and Rachel McAdams, is it?
Oh, Rachel McAdams.
She's, them two. I watched the first couple of episodes of that, and then it's got Vince Vaughn as the bad guy in it.
Okay.
I don't know why. And then that's the second series, and the third series...
I think the third series, Marshall Alley, is it?
Yeah, I've never watched that one.
Okay.
But that's one where it's something about an old case that one of them reopens.
See, I've not watched any of them, but I get it confused with Fargo, which is quite a similar sort of situation.
It's Fargo's sort of set in the northern states and dead cold.
I watched the first 2 series of Fargo and enjoyed them, but
yeah, because it's not Martin Freeman in, hasn't it?
Yeah,
I think I watched the first.
The first series follows a bit of the film.
Yeah, it's got Tom Hanks' son in it as well.
Yes, yeah. Who sounds and looks identical to Tom Hanks. It's weird.
Well, he's got quite a few kids, you know. I'm spinning off here, but he's got quite a few kids. I think he's got like 6 kids or something.
Colin Hanks is the one in Fargo is the one most famous, I'd say, because he voices Woody as well in like the stuff that Tom Hanks doesn't want to voice Woody for.
Oh, really?
So like TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it'll be.
See, I first saw him in Band of Brothers. He was briefly in it.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's in one of the episodes. But he really does look like his dad. He really does. But so yeah, that's my. Again, it's another one that I could find a clip on YouTube and show you a trailer of it, but there's not really.
Yeah.
Have you seen a trailer of it?
I think I have of series 1 maybe.
I'll put a trailer on of it. Just so you can. For
the listeners here, Charlie is currently on YouTube. He's put in T on the search function.
Oh, I thought you were going to read up my previous my previous watch videos.
He went up to K for some reason, but he wants U.
True. I thought it'd have come up by now.
True. Still not there. Space.
Is that space gone though?
Detective.
Or is it series
on the side? True Detective.
There we go. Night Country.
Night Country.
I'm hoping it's going to bring a trailer up and not. Oh no, I don't want the ending.
And there we go. Here's
True Detective. There we go. Oh, is the sound?
The Night Country takes us one by one.
What happened in the last case you worked with tomorrow?
That was good. So it wasn't. We were too late. There was nothing we could do. I'm working on this new case. A missing scientist. Found on the edge of the villages. Frozen solid. What do you want? It's been 6 years. Why are you here? Because you both know what really happened. You need my help. I've seen that before. Years ago. Fine. We're just gonna do this one thing. Work together to close this case, and that's it for the 2 of us. It is. So, you want in or what? Burnt eyeballs, self-inflicted wounds. Those men died before they froze. What? Get out of here, now!
You okay?
She's not good with people she cares about. What are we missing here?
Was someone out there on the ice with him?
The Night Country. It takes us one by one. This isn't gonna be good. I'm thinking stuff. Bad stuff. I know. I feel it too. I guess you're thinking the worst part is done. It's not. Finish what you started.
Dark.
I'm still undecided from watching it whether it's something supernatural or there's actually some. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
Wasn't that
very
There was
supernatural.
a show on Sky. I remember getting invited to like a premiere event that no one turned up to. It was so awkward. It was in Bristol Showcase Cinema. And they did a TV show called Fortitude. I think it went for 4 series.
Okay, that just sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was like set similar, like dark, and like I can't remember anything that happened. Like I genuinely didn't watch it past the first 2 episodes. I watched at the premiere.
Yeah.
But like that felt like supernatural. But what I remember from that was they'd laid out like expecting a lot of people there. Every seat had popcorn on it.
Oh, really?
Like a small tub of popcorn. And consider Showcase Cinemas are big.
Yeah.
About 10 people turned up.
Oh, okay.
So
God.
I ate so much popcorn. That's all I remember. But that, I felt like that had a supernatural vibe to it.
Yeah.
Similar to what you potentially thinking about that.
Yeah. But no, it's currently on Sky Atlantic, so I've had to buy a Now TV pass to
You should have said.
to watch it. What have you got?
Yeah.
What have you got Now TV?
Yeah.
How have you?
I'll happily share if you want to.
Oh, okay. Well,
If you don't finish it in time.
You what, sorry?
If you don't finish it in time, let me know. Maybe we can split the membership a little bit.
Yeah, half it. Yeah. Well, I think I'm only, what am I into this? Maybe 10 days into my thingy one. So yeah, when it expires, because to be fair, there's quite a lot of stuff I've been watching on there. So that'd be good. So yeah, that's my third choice, I think.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a fair choice. Moving on to my fourth, I've been undecided. I don't know whether I want to include honourable mentions at the end of this, because there's 2 shows that I might want to mention at the end.
Oh, okay.
So effectively I've got 7 choices, but I think I'm going to mention this one called Venture Bros. It's one that I haven't watched in ages, like properly all the way from the beginning. I used to every now and again watch it all the way through continuously.
Yeah.
It's an animated TV show. I think it's on all 4, you can watch it. I'm just getting up the names of the characters just because there's one name who I completely forgotten. So the show's called Venture Bros.
Yeah.
And it basically follows this guy called Rusty Venture, who's he was an ex-teen boy detective sort of thing, and the whole idea is it sort of parodies superheroes in Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like Johnny Quest and stuff like that. Scooby-Doo also semi-appear, Shaggy's hallucinates Scooby talking to him continuously and stuff like that. It's sort of homages / parodies of all that, but each episode sort of follows semi-plots, but there's overarching storylines eventually as the show goes on.
Okay.
The show first aired in America back in 2003. The final series aired in 2018.
Okay.
Guess how many series there were?
So when was the first date?
2003.
I don't think it's going to be as many as you think. I'm going to say 6.
7 series.
Ah, okay.
They took their time. They basically wanted to make sure that they wrote good episodes, quality content. They made sure that it was good.
Yeah.
And that things made sense. There's so many side characters and plots intertwining and stuff.
Okay.
They wanted to make sure they weren't making plot holes or retconning stuff and things like that. So it was really well thought out. Unfortunately, it got cancelled in 2018. They'd written Series 8, but it got cancelled before then. They released a movie last year called, I can't remember what it's called now. It's got an odd name, that's why I can't remember it. Excuse me a second. It was called Radiant is the Blood of the Baboon Heart.
Oh, okay.
I can't really remember why.
Yeah.
It ties up a few of the plot points, but what I liked about it is it didn't do fan service, even though it was a final film that tried to tie up as much as possible. It just basically almost was like an extended episode of a show, but it's great. It's got so Rusty Venture and his 2 kids, the Venture Bros, as well as their bodyguard Brock Samson, who is the most badass person in the world. He's voiced by Patrick Warburton, who voices Joe from Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
I will show you the clip of the most badass moment. It's obviously animated, so it's not that badass.
Yeah.
This is why Brock Samson is the most badass person in the world. So, to sum, the kids have been stolen by a woman who's claiming to be their mother.
Oh, okay.
But they believe that she's their mother. They want to know who their mother is.
That might be scary.
It looks like Johnny Bravo.
Again, the style is all homages and stuff.
We're doing this.
10 and 2, 10 and 2.
So that's Brock Samson, obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone okay?
Everyone except Mommy.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
I feel like Catherine the Great.
Where's Dr. O?
They smell my cat.
So it is really quite comedic, but has very serious moments at times. It's a really odd show to try and be sort of.
It's very obscure. You've picked some real obscure stuff, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I could go with really like shows that people have never heard of before. The next show different, but yeah. Basically, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so all this. So like Rusty Venture, he's like a scientist, like builds all the big inventions and stuff. Obviously, he's a sort of hero in this universe, and there's villains, super villains, but they have to adhere to a certain code because you can't like be pairing like a minor super villain with like Superman, for example.
Yeah.
Because it'll just kill him outright. It's got to be like there's really weird like. There's an episode in which one of the kids has an issue with he feels like his penis is burning, so the villain has to set him free and come back later to continue the henching. It's called like henching and stuff like that, and there's loads of rules to it. It's really like there's the universe that they've built around it is really odd, but when you watch it, it's like actually this is really quite impressive. Yeah, I would really recommend it. The first series is very different to the continuing series, but. Yeah, it's really, really good. Okay. Couldn't recommend it more.
Where we watch that?
Channel 4.
Oh, on Channel 4?
Yeah, all four. What's it called these days?
More, yeah, it's more.
It's not 4OD.
It might be 4OD.
I don't know.
Yeah, the
whatever Channel 4
called.
Channel 4 on demand.
And how long's like an episode?
Like 20 minutes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they're short. Yeah. And there was only like 61 episodes in total, I think.
Oh, okay. What, and all of them are on 4OD? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. 81 in total.
Oh, okay.
All on 4OD. It's just a different kind of show, but very good. I will say, like, rating-wise on IMDb, to sum it up, it is rated 8.1.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
8.6, sorry, on IMDb. So it is a very good show, but it's very obscure and not a lot of people have heard of it. Yeah. But I really do recommend it. It's good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to give it a watch.
This is the whole point of this, like recommending shows.
You're gonna have to text me these shows because I'm going to forget them.
Listen to the podcast, Charlie.
Oh yeah, I don't like listening to my own voice. Apart from maybe one or two, I don't think I've ever listened to or when you speed through it. Yeah, I just really don't like listening to my own voice. But okay, so that's your pick 4. Okay, so for my 4th one, I'm not sure if you've watched this or not. I don't think you have. Peaky Blinders?
No, I haven't.
You've not.
And I'll be honest, I couldn't get into it. I watched the first episode and couldn't get into it.
You've only given it one episode?
Yeah, I've only given it one episode.
You've got to give it more than one episode. I'd probably say...
Me and Lauren are very bad at that. We tried to watch a show that my parents recommended called Brassic. We watched the first 2 minutes and we're like, nah, it's not for us.
Oh, really?
Gave up.
I think you probably got... I mean, I think there's only 6 episodes in the first series, but I think you've got to watch the first series. Well... I'd say at least 3 or 4. Well, I'd probably try and watch the first series.
It's good. I know it's raved about. So many people have watched it. I love it. I just don't know what it is. I just couldn't get into it.
I mean, I remember first I was living at home and I think my mum and dad had been watching it because initially it was on BBC Two, which BBC Two is not known for like having sort of it's the main BBC. You know what I mean? If it's a BBC show, it's going to be on BBC One. If it's a top sort of earner and most watching on BBC One. And I remember it was the second series they were watching it. I remember going downstairs. I was like upstairs in my room and gone downstairs to get a drink. Popped in to see what they're watching. I was like looking at it. I was like, that's Tom Hardy. I was like, what are you watching with Tom Hardy? Because I love Tom Hardy as an actor. He's a brilliant actor. And he was like, it's this thing called Peaky Blinders. And I think I'd seen him watching it before, but I thought, it's one of these period dramas and I'm not really that interested in it kind of thing. And obviously then at the time I think I'd only known Cillian Murphy from like 28 Days Later. And I didn't really recognise any of the other cast. I was like, you know what, I'll give this a watch. And I thought my mum was watching it and she's not really normally into like these violent shows and stuff. So that, again, another reason that put me off it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is very violent and yeah.
But they're called the Peaky Blinders because they're razors in the cat part, aren't they?
Yeah, so yeah, they put razor blades. Yeah, so it's based on an actual gang. So it's set in Birmingham. In sort of it's just after World War One. Okay. So it follows Thomas Shelby and his brother Arthur, and I forgot what his other brother's called. But yeah, they're all 3 brothers. Basically got a gang, but they're sort of trying to turn it into a legitimate business. They're all been soldiers in World War One, and they've all got. Well, I think they've all got PTSD to an extent. So Thomas, he's like the brains of the operation. Arthur, he's the oldest brother, but he's just like, he's just crazy. He's like an absolute freaking mentalist, and I think Tommy plays on that. Like he uses him as his like wild dog kind of thing. and then they've got Aunt Polly, who's played by I forgot what her name is. She's passed away now.
Yeah, I know who you're about from Harry Potter. Helen something. Yeah.
Yeah, Damien Lewis's wife. But yeah, I mean, so she's the aunt. I mean, it's sort of a thing of whether she's in charge or sort of Thomas Shelby's in charge, kind of thing. But yeah, I do have a clip to watch. This is from the last episode.
We'll share all these clips on social media, by the way, so people can. We'll share them with no context, so that people who haven't watched the episode be like, "Why are they just sharing random clips from TV shows?"
Exactly. Oh, I think I'm casting it to my upstairs telly. There we go. Oh, play now. Oh.
No, you're playing Venture.
No. I don't know how that's.
Here he is, Cillian Murphy.
Yep.
Brandishing a gun. I wish it was more acceptable to wear clobber like that again.
I think it is, though.
You think?
Yeah, I mean...
Well, a waistcoat with...
The haircuts are coming back into fashion. Shaved back and sides and thingy on cop. The hats are coming back into fashion. Lots of people wear them now. I forgot what the style of hat's called.
I've got a random question for you afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Get your weapons out, boys, and load them up. Take your time. Hold them up in the air so as they can see what we've got.
I mean, I don't know what the outcome is here. Surely they're fucked.
The no balls, right, Billy boy? So what do we do now?
That's Arthur. That's his older brother.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be like this, Kimber. Too late for all that. You bit off more than you can chew, you little toe rag, and now I'm going to take over this shithole.
No. We have to use guns. Let's use proper guns.
So these are a couple of his
Sergeant Thorne, reporting for
army mates.
You were saying something about being outgunned.
So that's his sister.
I believe you boys call this no man's land.
Ada!
Shut up and listen.
Have you lost your mind?
I said shut up! Now most of you are in France, so you all know what happens next. I've got brothers and a husband here, but you've all got somebody waiting for you. Now I'm wearing black in preparation. I want you to look at me. I want you all to look at me. We'll be wearing black for you. Think about them. Think about them right now. And fight if you want to. But that baby ain't moving anywhere. And neither am I.
She's right, you know. Why should all you men die? It should just be them who's caused it.
Oh, shit.
I mean, obviously you're going to realise that he doesn't die from this, as he's the main character in another 4 series to come. But yeah.
Hold your guns up! Enough! Kimber and me fought this battle one-on-one. It's over.
I've also just realised this is probably a massive spoiler for the series.
I'll be honest, it's got me more intrigued though.
Has it?
It's worked, Charlie, it's worked.
I mean, I'll stop it now because there's not much after this. But yeah, I like watching this clip a lot because it sort of shows. I mean, well, so we'll post the clip, but it has them all sort of 2 rival gangs sort of all lined up, and then Tommy Shelby's sister comes and sort of walks in the middle of them and stops them all. and it's like a big macho, like you think it's going to be some big macho shootout and things, and it's very good because in this as well, the women in it have a lot of power, like especially for that period of time when women were very much downtrodden and things like that. In this, they have. I mean, there's another clip which I was in two minds to use where Tommy and Aunt Polly go to this church. Not church. It's like a children's home, but they're finding out the children have been abused, and like you can hear her. She's always wearing like these stilettos and things, so you can hear them coming down. And she sort of basically bollocks the nuns for it, and she says, "The next time you hear my shoes, it will be like the last thing you ever hear," kind of thing. If you don't change your ways, but. Yeah, that's the first clip of the, I think, for the third series or fourth series. But yeah, very, very good series. And I was talking to someone at work about it, and she says that she finds Cillian Murphy playing Thomas Shelby attractive. Don't find Cillian Murphy attractive, but finds Thomas Shelby attractive. But he's just so like, yeah. And say Tom Hardy's in it.
Sam O'Neill.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Adrian Brody comes into it. Yeah.
Didn't know he still was around.
Yeah, he's in the. He sort of comes over as they have a bit of a feud with an Italian family, and he sort of comes over to sort of sort that out. Stephen Graham is in. Stephen Graham comes into.
I love him.
And it's because there was a lot of. I mean, in part of it, they talk about Al Capone and the reference to Al Capone. And there's a series called Broadwalk Empire.
Oh yeah. Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. And Stephen Graham is that, and he plays Al Capone in it. He's absolutely brilliant. So there's obviously very similar time periods. Is he going to come back in and like as soon as it announces it's going to be him playing Al Capone? I mean, unfortunately, he doesn't. He plays. He actually plays himself. Well, I say himself. He
plays himself in everything. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But he plays like something with his own accent, like his Liverpudlian accent. But yeah, really, really good series. And they're talking about doing a film to...
Yeah, he said that he'd happily come... Because there's a lot of talks about it at the moment. Because what's he promoting? Oh, yeah, he's obviously on the Oscar trail for Oppenheimer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it would... Because I won't say what happened, but the way the TV series finished, there is a big sort of cliffhanger, like kind of unfinished business. So, yeah. I mean, there's also parts in it where Aunt Polly... I mean... Again, the actress dies, and yeah, it's quite sad because they have the funeral for her in the series, and you're sort of watching it, you think, obviously they're all crying and things like this is going to be completely real, like a bit of homage to her. But yeah, really good. And we were talking to, I think Zach Knight? I forgot when the producer anyway, but they were saying how he wanted to end the series was the sirens for the area sirens for World War II.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hoping that's not happened yet. So I'm hoping that's swinging.
Where the movie comes in.
But yeah, so that's
I think you told that one to me. I think I might go back and rewatch it. I really like that clip.
Yeah, it's all on Netflix and BBC. I think
it's a BBC show, isn't it? So,
yeah. So it'll be on BBC iPlayer. But yeah, I think it's all on Netflix now anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'll give that a watch.
Yeah.
So we both decided to take a drink at the same time.
I know, yeah. It's
probably been cut out, but there was dead air. That would now cut out. Right, can I give 2 honourable mentions before I go on to my final pick? These aren't in order, by the way, in terms of 1 to 5 or 5 to 1. They're just random choices. I don't know. I assume that's the same with you, just random choices.
Yeah.
You haven't picked like a favourite at any point. So like the next one's not like my number 1 choice. It's just a random choice. But 2 honourable mentions, one of which I cut from the list for this new one, and one of which I thought about. Bluey is always an amazing show, even for adults.
What the kids want?
Yeah. Really recommend it. I went to go see the live show recently and cried a little bit at the ending.
Is there a game for Bluey?
Yeah, apparently it wasn't very good.
Me and my mate were playing Xbox and we're sort of looking for a new game to play, and he was like, and he recommended that game as a game to play.
No, apparently it's not very good, but the live show, I genuinely cried out at the end. It was quite it was basically about Bluey and Bingo are sisters, and Bingo's the youngest sister, and Bluey's getting annoyed that she's copying her and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And Bluey's like annoyed about it, and Mum goes like, when you're young sister, being a big sister can really lift you up, and knowing that you have the support, make you feel like you're on top of the world, and they sort of like help each other out. And then at the end of the episode, she calls her sister that basically Bluey said at the beginning of the episode that she doesn't know who the mum and sister is. She's never met her, and Chili's the mum. She's like, yeah, but you did meet her, but you was very young. And then at the end, she makes the phone call to her sister saying that she'd really like to see her again. Okay. So it was like a really nice ending, like for the adult sort of thing. And I was saying again, honourable mention, so I won't go too much into it. But there was an episode, like I've been talking a lot about, like George hasn't really encountered death yet, but we just brought him some new fish. Yeah. So we're worried there's going to be an Evans sport at some point sooner rather than later. Yeah. We haven't encountered it, but Bluey's got a great episode in which the episode's called Copycat. Normally there's a game that they play throughout the episode, and it's the title of the episode. Oh, by the way, I've actually got war wounds because of Bluey. You see that like red mark down my arm? The first episode of Bluey is called Keepy Uppy, in which they're trying to keep a balloon off the floor. So George is really into playing Keepy Uppies. I got so invested, I dived across our living room to keep this balloon up. I did that probably about a year ago. Oh, you still got it? I've got a scar there now because of Keepy Uppies. Because I was so invested, I dived across our living room floors to keep the balloon from hitting the floor. But yeah, the episode's Copycat. Bluey's copying Bandit, the dad, doing everything, and then they encounter a bird that's fallen out of a tree, so they decide to take it to the vets. They're not copying each other at any point now. Take it to the vet, and the vet goes, nothing we can do, and had to put it down. Bird died, simple as. So Bluey's upset and she gets home, and she decides to sort of recreate the whole thing, and I think that's where the episode Copycat is actually coming into play. She's recreating the events of what happened at home. So she's playing with her dad. The dad finds a pet bird that's fallen onto the floor, takes it to the vet that Bluey's playing, and in the episode the bird still dies, and Bluey's like, unfortunately there's nothing we can do, the bird's unfortunately we've had to put it down. And it's like, it was a really good episode for showing like death's sad, but there's no point sort of like pretending about things, like they understand it. And she did the exact same thing twice, and it like reiterates to the kids twice in a 7-minute episode about death. So really, really good. And the other one is very quickly, Love is Blind on Netflix. It's a reality dating show in which couples date each other in pods, so sight unseen, so they only hear each other's voices, and then they decide to propose. Once they propose, they then have 14 days, I think they go on honeymoon, and then it's 14 days or maybe a bit longer, 20 days, and then they get married and say yes or no, so they have to live with each other and everything. And it's just so, it's basically trash TV, but I love it. Okay, no, fair enough. It's been going for 6 seasons now. There's a UK version coming out. There's been like all sorts of countries have done different versions. Have you watched them all? I've watched all the American ones. Yeah, okay. We're waiting. It would be out by the time this episode comes out, but we're currently waiting for the next 2 episodes to drop on Wednesday because we've binged everything. The moment they come out, me and Lauren just binge them. Because they edit it as if it's going to be so dramatic with things, but half the time it's not. Like in one episode, that's always like that. Really. One episode, there was, in fact, last series, there was 2 couples that we were like, they're strong, they'll completely get married, and they did get married, but it was like, they're the perfect couple, like you want to know them, they're just really, really nice people. And then they showed a trailer for like the wedding day, and the guys go, this is my wedding day, this absolutely cannot be happening, this is just absolutely not on. And you're like, shit, like they've been so strong, and he's like really, really passionate. Basically his trousers were too short and he basically runs to the tailors to get it sorted. So they edited it so it was such drama, but actually that's all it was. Nothing major. But me and Lauren enjoy it, so that's why it's only an honourable mention. But yeah, the final show that I'd like to recommend properly is One Day on Netflix. Have you heard of it? No. It's brand new. As of recording the podcast, it's only been out for a week, I think. Shall I put a trailer on? You can do, yeah, if you find one. Yeah. It was originally a film with Anne Hathaway. It was written by, I can't think what his name is, Nicholas someone. I do apologise to this person. Okay. But yeah, it's a rom-com kind of. It's Netflix one, not the Anne Hathaway one. That one? Yeah. Yeah. Watch the trailer quickly and then it might explain it, and then I'll explain.
It's one of the great cosmic mysteries. How it is that someone can go from being a total stranger to being the most important person in your life. What do you want to be when you party?
Am I allowed to say ripped? What about you?
I want to do something that actually makes a difference.
Change the world, you mean?
Maybe just my own tiny corner of it.
It's a TV series.
A limited TV series, so 14 episodes.
One off smart, funny, talented. I've been telling you for years. So why don't you believe it? He still mates with Dexter. He's doing alright for himself.
Pizza Express would have been fine. After we met, I had a bit of a crush on you.
So what happened to it? This crush.
Back in the late 80s, it was all I thought about.
And now?
I thought I finally got rid of you.
I don't think you can. Speak up the phone, can I? We're with Dex and M, aren't we?
Imagine one selected day struck out of your life and think how different its course would have been.
So basically, what I love most about this, I'll tell you in a second, is Lauren's reaction to suddenly realising what the title meant. It follows these two people, Dexter and Emma. Dexter encounters Emma in Edinburgh on like their graduation day. It's like 2:00 in the morning, graduating, not graduating, sorry, at a end of year party.
Yeah.
And turns out he really likes her. He's been like seen her in a distance a few times. She also likes him, and nothing really happens beyond that.
Yeah.
They sort of talk and they do kiss, but that's it. This is episode 1, so no spoilers. And then it seems to follow them and their friendship, because they become best friends, like talk about everything, like really unlikely friendship. He's really posh, she's not.
Yeah.
Like completely bizarre friendship, but it works. You're really invested in the like friendship of them both.
Okay.
And it follows them on the 15th of July every year for 20 years.
Okay.
So literally each episode is just one day.
Yeah.
And then it like the next episode will be the next year. And it doesn't go massively into what's happened in the previous year.
Okay.
Like you get random little hints in like some of the conversations and subtext, but it's just more about what's happening on that one day. And it's really, really interesting, really intriguing. And like me and Lauren, like we started watching it yesterday. We're on episode 7 now. Like, for having a kid and constantly doing housework at the moment, we're rearranging our house. That's quite a lot to have watched. I've been told I'm not allowed to get home later than 8:30 today, so we can finish off the series.
Okay.
But yeah, really, really good. It's funny, well written. Like a lot of just like it's one of those shows they're just talking a lot of the time still. Yeah. But it's just so well written that it's just brilliant.
Yeah.
It really is a good show. Okay. Like I said, I've only watched 7 episodes so far, so I don't know what happens. Like I said, it follows them every day for a year. So at the beginning, there's like a little ticker that says 15th of July, and then the year trickles around, and then it says what year they are.
Oh, okay.
Lauren thought it was one day because it was one day they'll be together. She didn't realise it.
One day,
I literally went to her one day. It's like, we'll be the end of the episode soon. Yeah. I can't remember what happened. It's like the end of the episode will be soon, because it's like it looks like it's pitch black and she's getting ready to go to bed. She says, I did not realise that's what it meant by one day. I didn't realise every episode has just been one day. It's like, they've not passed like they met the first episode. They met at midnight, and then you see them in the morning and the next day. But it's still one day that you're following them.
Okay.
But yeah, the actors never been in anything really.
Oh really?
But they're both absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And there's been no one that I've really recognised actor-wise, apart from his dad, who's in Blackadder. You know, Blackadder Goes Forth.
Yeah.
I think he plays Stephen Fry's sidekick.
Oh yeah, he's in a few of the Blackadders.
I just can't remember who he plays in all the other ones. His name's Tim someone.
Yeah, I know who you mean though. Oh, okay. He's in the other Blackadders as well. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
he's in. Is it the third one with Queenie?
Yeah, he's like his mate that's like a bit of an idiot. Yeah. And then the second series, I don't know if he's in that one or not.
But he's the only one that I've recognised so far.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, really recommend it. the reason I watched it is because the reviews are like 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I know it's like rom-com and you don't tend to go for those sort of things.
Yeah.
But it is genuinely really quite good.
Oh.
And I know there was a film adaptation. I don't know how it would work. Like I say, it's 14 episodes and it's following 20 years.
Yeah, have they done that in one?
How have they managed to do that in just an hour and a half film sort of thing? Well, now 47 minutes by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, that's definitely something that Lauren will definitely... I might watch an episode with her, see what I think.
Well, like I say, it's the writing that makes it work so well, because you genuinely are really invested in these two characters.
Yeah.
There's one episode where Dex is a bit of a dick. And I was like, if I was still like to Lauren, it's like, he's been a dick this episode, but I still feel really sorry for him. Like, I can see why this sort of the events have happened in his side of things for him to have spiraled to be like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's really, I really recommend it. I thought it'd be a bit of a different one compared to the ones I picked, which is obscure comedies.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to give that a try with Lauren. Like I say, I can guarantee that she will. That's definitely something.
I can almost guarantee you, my Lauren's been telling your Lauren about it today.
Yeah. This will be a new series for her to watch. Okay. So that'll lead me on to my last one. So my last one is called Rogue Heroes. Probably very much theming my ones. So it's actually created by the same creators of Peaky Blinders.
Okay. I've never heard of this one.
No. So it's basically the formation of the SAS in World War II.
Okay.
But it's when you watch it, it's so the thing with Peaky Blinders.
War?
I do like my war films. Yeah, I don't like war. I don't agree with war, but I do like my war sort of films and TV series. Yeah. So yeah, it's about the formation of the SAS, but it's as I said about Peaky Blinders. But as Peaky Blinders, the music in it, it's not for that time period. So, I mean, I'll show you the clip that I'm going to show you. You'll understand why. But yeah, it's sort of... Obviously, the SAS was formed in the desert back in 1941, I think. I can't remember the exact year.
No.
Yeah. But I've actually got the book. So it's based on the book. And I say all the characters, all the people in it are real people. And yeah, Lauren actually got me the book as for our wedding anniversary, paper. We bought each other a book. So this was my book.
Smart.
But let me. There we go.
Now fly like geese.
Again, this is true. This is a true story.
Okay. How old is it?
It came out last year, I think.
Okay, so quite new. Is there anyone famous in it? Because they're all just wearing camouflage, so I can't really tell.
So there's a guy from Sex Education in it.
Okay.
He plays the main sort of commander of them. Jack O'Connell.
Oh yes.
He's in it.
From Skins.
Yeah. Dominic West, is it?
Yeah. Who?
Oh,
reason the trailers.
Mysteries.
I don't know what's happened there.
No idea.
But that's it. So I'll have to end up rewatching it. I don't know why that skipped into the middle of that.
Now fly like geese. Butcher and bolt. Sir, they're unarmed.
Are these the good guys shooting?
Yes. So this is the SAS.
Are we meant to be supporting them here?
Well, yeah, they're blowing up German planes.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of it's, you're not probably going to see a lot of it because it's in the dark. Actually, you can't really hear the music, but it's Motorhead playing in the background.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But there's a lot of rock music in it, obviously, which is not appropriate to the time period. I'll tell you another person that's in it. Alfie Allen.
Okay.
He's also in it. Maybe I should have picked a better clip, but so it's about the formation of the SAS. And a lot of the stories are true in it. So there's one bit. So initially, the SAS were sort of on paper, there was this fake regiment created on paper to try and that they were, I think they were trying to fool the Germans with. It's all set in North Africa, and then this captain, I forgot what his name is now, I think captain or major, and he comes and is like, "No, I want to actually create this," and basically their job is a small force that will just go and basically blow up all these German airfields, and they're basically not given much funding and equipment and things, and they sort of go out themselves, and they get sort of all these bad people, but like soldiers that are, some of them are a bit of criminals and things like that, and there's a guy in it called Paddy Mayne he's an Irish, and again, real person, and he's the one who Jack O'Connell plays, and he's just a lunatic.
Really?
There's like there's part of it where he goes, again, they're doing these raids on the airfield and literally trying to keep count of who's split into three things. So you've got the main captain, you've got Jack O'Connell as Paddy Mayne, and then Alfie Allen. They're all like 3 units, and they're just taking it into it so you can sort of blow up the most German aeroplanes. But there's a bit where Jack O'Connell, Paddy Mayne goes into this, so at the airfield they put all the charges on, and they go into like the mess hall, and there's all these German soldiers just like obviously playing the piano and stuff like that, and him and 2 others just walk in with like machine guns and literally just effectively shoot and kill them all, which is quite. And
I was going to say, what was that guy who said, "Sir, they're unarmed"? Is that something about it then?
What do you mean?
One of the guys said, "Sir, they're unarmed." Was he just saying that as if we're sorted, we can just kill them, or was he saying that it's in like moral issue then? Yeah,
more of a moral issue. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like it shows, obviously, they're killing all these people, the soldiers, but like I say, some of them are, or not. Like for example, when he goes into that thing and shoots them all, like they're all unarmed and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping
that's the issue with soldiers. They're not the ones that the reason the war's been fought for.
No, exactly. I mean, these are very much like they've got no rules of engagement. They just kind of left to their own devices. So, and it kind of shows that in the series. But it's I think there's maybe 6 sort of episodes.
I was going to say, is it a limited series or is it?
No, I think they're doing another series. Because I mean, the book I think follows them right the way through the war. So this is the North Africa campaign, then it goes to D-Day, and I mean the main character in it, he gets captured. Like I think Paddy Mayne becomes sort of the commander of it. But yeah, some of the one of the episodes, they walk into a bar, and then there's a pool table, and they want to use the pool table to like discuss some tactics, and these soldiers are a bit like, no, fuck off kind of thing. So he gets a grenade and just puts it on the centre of the table and says, right,
okay.
And anyway, it turns out it's a dud grenade, it's nothing thingy, but yeah, they're very like crazy. And they do they sort of jump in the desert with a parachute, like in the middle of a sandstorm and stuff like that. Like they're just, it's good. I mean, I still not yet read the book. But yeah, again, it's created by the same people as Peaky Blinders, and I'd
have to give it a watch.
Yeah, I'd say try Peaky Blinders first.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders is the one that you've sold me on the most so far.
Yeah, try Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders, True Detective. I'd say actually, I'll be honest, that was probably the one that you've sold me on the least.
Yeah,
just because. In terms of what I know I like.
Yeah.
You've seen Lupin. You've intrigued me about.
Yeah, Lupin's good.
Selling it a bit like Hustle.
Yeah,
has made me a bit more intrigued.
That's something I really want to watch. I mean, I didn't want to pick loads of war films, so I mean, I suppose one of my special mentions would be Band of Brothers.
Okay,
but I thought I don't want to pick too many war-related.
Again, I only ever watched the first episode of that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've only just actually recently started watching. That's all on Now TV.
Is it?
But yeah, it was nice to see this Rogue Heroes, because it's actually about the British, and a lot of war films now, well, just in general, are a lot about Americans, which they didn't even come into the war. How they saved
the day.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they didn't even come into the war till about 2 years towards the end anyway, so... but yeah, I also told you about the Masters of Sky that's filmed down from your end, isn't it?
Is it good?
Yeah, I mean,
Steven Spielberg, isn't it?
Yeah, and Tom Hanks. It's Band of Brothers, a lot of the same sort of egg producers and things from Band of Brothers, but yeah, it is good. It's not as good as Band of Brothers, but again, it's another American, you know what I mean?
I say, even though there's quite a few British actors.
Yeah, I think majority of the cast are British.
Yeah.
Same with Band of Brothers. There's so many English actors in Band of Brothers, but again, a lot of it was filmed over here. But yeah, it's all about an American bomber squadron.
Okay.
But it's all right. But yeah, it's not as good as Band of Brothers. So yeah. But God, yeah, we're coming up to 51 minutes.
Oh, wait, what, on that episode?
Yeah, just on this episode. Then again, we've watched a few clips and things, haven't we?
So let us sit down, potentially, over that.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks for bearing with us over 51 minutes,
I was going to say, I suppose an hour and 40, well, maybe an hour and a half altogether, both episodes. But, yeah. So, have a watch of our recommendations and let us know what you think.
Yeah, find us on social media.
Yeah.
And say, yeah, I like that, or yeah, I hated that.
Yeah.
Or give us your 5 TV show recommendations.
Yeah, I'm open, always open. I always like to have a list of things that I'm ready to watch, because sometimes it'll get to a point where I've literally got nothing, then end up rewatching old series of things.
Yeah, I'm like that all the time. The amount of times, it's on the list for a reason for me. The amount of times I've rewatched Always Sunny in Philadelphia is just insane.
Yeah. But yeah, so we will see you next week. Well, I don't know what we'll be doing next week, but we'll be doing something.
We're having a party.
Yeah. We'll have something fun for you to listen to, hopefully. Or it'll just be me and Mark chatting shit for another 30 minutes.
Which people listen to, so...
Well, yeah, exactly, which is also fun as well. So, but yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Thanks for listening.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.